I know you know where they are, so tell me, before I do some damage you won't walk away from.
Do it right. Sometimes you do it wrong and you prove them right. But through whose eyes you was wrong when you lose a life? Sometimes you lose it all. It's like you threw the dice and realize that you was off. Listen, do it right. Sometimes you do it wrong and you prove them right. But through whose eyes you was wrong when you lose a life? Sometimes you lose it all. It's like you threw the dice and realize that you was off. Longevity in life, people. That's the goal. Stay the course. You are now tuned in to the Evolved Energy Podcast. This is where we push positivity through strength and evolution. I am your host, Twyce, and I hear good spirits are in high demand these days, so I hope we're all taking advantage of it. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about something I noticed in gyms everywhere I go. Too many people train in one dimension. They do the same exercises, the same machines, the same movements. But the body was designed for more than one style of strength. And if you really want a powerful physique and build a complete body, you need variety. Let's get into it. See, most people go into the gym already knowing what they're going to do because they're on autopilot. Now, that could be a good and a bad thing. Meaning, I know what I'm going to do when I go in the gym every day because I plan my workouts previously. The gym goer that's on autopilot, he knows on Mondays he's going to hit the chest machine and do the same machines that he does every Monday. Tuesday, let's hit the leg press. Let's do some leg extensions. Wednesday, that's arm day. Let's do a whole bunch of arms that one day. Thursday, let's do abs. Let's do some core. Let me jump on this ab machine for 20 minutes and do a couple sit-ups, and I'm out of here. It's just a mundane gym goer. I don't know about you, but I'm excited as heck when I'm going to the gym en route. I'm ready. I'm planning. I'm actually planning I'm planning that evening for the next morning's workout. That's how excited I am about it. I just want no problems, like no issues with the routine. So let me check the details right now on my couch while I'm watching basketball the night before, and we get up and we we do nothing but execute in the morning. Now, don't get me wrong. The person that's going in and doing the minimal, just the mundane routine, they're probably happy with it because they probably didn't do anything before that. So that's a win for them. But what I'm saying is there has to be more. Now, when you come from zero and then you go to point A and you're trying to reach point B and C, just don't be happy when you reach point A. I say, let's go to Z. Let's see what ML, MP, all the letters are looking like. I don't want to stop. I want to keep exploring, the limitations of my body, not on, CrossFit pushing I don't mean that. I just mean I want to explore different things with my body. And most people, all they want to do is lift weights. And I have no problem with lifting weights. Lifting weight, that changes your whole physique, which changes you mentally because you're a whole different person. But if that's all you're doing, you're leaving something on the table. Because strength is just not about moving the weight. It's also about how well you move your body. You see these big guys in the gym and they're huge. And don't get me wrong, it's impressive. I applaud them because that's hard work. That was just never my goal because they're so stiff and they can't really bend and do all types of movements with their body. And my goal was always to have a little bit of girth, have some weight on me, but really be able to be flexible and move around with this weight. That's why the professional athletes are professional. They're freaks of nature. They're really big, but they move so fast and they're agile and they're flexible. So that was always my goal. Again, not knocking the big guys, but to me, it just appears to be too stiff for my liking is all. To be well-rounded in the gym, that's a plus. Love that. That was always a goal of mine. I want to be able to do everything. Right now at 51, I do pull-ups, I do deadlifts, I do push-ups, I do bicep curls, I sprint, I do sled pushes, I do box jumps, I do lunges, I do chin-ups. Whatever it calls for, I'm trying to do that. I even implemented biking in my routine. I just started 3 weeks ago because I wanted to build my legs even more. So I had to implement biking into it. I'm just trying to have the best well-rounded body at my age, not even at my age, period. I don't see age. I'm just going. And more important than the physique, I just want to be functional at an older age. Like I said previously, I'm training for 80 plus. So these years, I'm just putting in the work so I'm smooth sailing in the senior years. You know what I don't see a lot of in the gym? Calisthenics. I love calisthenics. I love them more than weights. Pull-ups, push-ups, dips, body weight squats, even though I love heavy weighted squats. But all of those movements, they teach you to control your body, though. That's why I love them. The lunges, I do them with weights, but pardon me. Those hold your balance. They maintain your balance. They work on your functional strength, your joint stability, coordination. So calisthenics, I love them, especially because they stay with you. They don't leave. So when you don't have, say you don't even have access to a gym, you can just do some push-ups, find a bar or a tree and do some pull-ups. You can do body weight squats anywhere, burpees everywhere. So I just love calisthenics. I've always mixed weights and calisthenics. Those were the best. That's the best combination, in my opinion. You know, I don't see people doing them as much as they should. And yeah, they're hard, but once you train your body to do them, oh, you're a master and you love them. Like, I love pull-ups. Those are my favorite exercise. Pull-ups. Push-ups, they come second. And then we can get into the weights. But yeah, calisthenics, I applaud people that hit the calisthenics on a regular basis because those never leave you. Those stay with you. Those are hard. That's real inner strength, you know? Check this out. The big guy that's lifting 315 and 4 plates and doing all types of heavy weight, tell them to do some pull-ups. They can't do 5. Tell them to do some push-ups. They can't do 20. So us, we can do both. Yeah, maybe not as heavy, but how heavy do I want to go on the weights? Or heavy on my joints? No, but I want to be good at calisthenics, plus be able to push some weight. The perfect combination, in my opinion. With both worlds, you build the perfect physique. Put it this way: weights build muscle, calisthenics build control. Weights build raw strength, calisthenics build athleticism. Put them together, you're developing a complete body, not just a gym body, but a functional body. I've been doing this ever since I started in the gym. If I hit the weights, you best believe calisthenics are coming right after. One of my favorite supersets is the incline chest press, dumbbells with pull-ups. I love supersetting chest and back because those are, the largest muscles besides the legs. I don't know what your goals are in the gym, but if you're not where you need to be or want to be, you must explore new territory. It's a must. One thing I do tell people is to explore new territory in the gym. Try movements you don't normally do. Try different angles, different challenges. Maybe if you lift heavy, go try some pull-ups. If you do machines all day, go try some free weights and test your real strength. Do something different, no matter what it is. And we all know that general statement. Growth happens when you step outside your normal routine. Get out your comfort zone so you can grow or improve a little bit. That's the simple way to say it. If you want to improve, just step outside your comfort zone. You will improve because you'll be forced to. And we're not quitters, so let me give you an example. I never worked on my legs in the beginning. I thought because I played basketball, how crazy is this? I thought because I played basketball that my legs were good. And I wasn't even playing ball actively at the time, but I thought because I played ball for all those years, I don't really need legs like that. I was very immature in the gym. I knew nothing. But as I started going to the gym, I'm not a dummy, so I said, well, your body, your whole body has to be worked out. So I just started out with just leg lifts and leg curls. Never a couple leg calf raises too. So as I was going to this gym, there was a certain gym I was going to, and it had this squat machine where it's like you're sitting in the air suspended in the chair, and you got the platform for your feet, and you can let loose on the hand grip, and you can squat down, but it's supporting you. So I started working with that machine week after week, and I liked it because it was similar to the squat machine. It was just not the free weighted barbell squat, one of the motherships of exercises. So after probably, I don't know, a month, 2 months, I want to say 2 months of using that other machine, I ventured over to the squat rack myself. And I got the straight bar, the barbell, and I put on some weight. Started small. Started with 25s, or I don't know what I started with back then. I just know I started going to that squat rack every week. And now, squats, besides, the pull-ups and the push-up, those are my favorite exercise. Legs are my favorite muscle. It's crazy. I train something I was scared of, I now can't live without. That's how I trained myself to do that. And I didn't know what I was doing at the moment, but it panned out that way. I've always been a routine guy. And I said this in a previous episode. I always like to grow mentally. So when it's time to grow physically, of course I'm going to find a way. So I saw that people are hitting that squat rack serious and their legs are getting big because they're doing that. So I have to go over there. And now I can't live without the squats. I love them. I love them. So all you guys and gals skipping leg day. Well, I won't say gals because the women, they prioritize those legs. That's their main thing they work on. The majority of women I see always hitting the legs. Inspirational. But all the ones that are skipping leg day, think of it this way. Your legs carry you around the planet. Wouldn't you want those to be the strongest thing on your body? Because they're the one that's supporting you. So let's get to the legs. I know they're hard, but believe me, when you start them and you start feeling strong, and your walk starts to feel strong, and your posterior chain then starts to feel intact, and you're just so stern with your walk. You can feel your glutes and your hams when you're walking. That's a turn on in itself, and you will never, ever skip leg day again. I see a bunch of these big guys, and their legs are twigs. I'm like, we could go and push you over. Forget the look. But what about the strength below the belt? We need that. So yeah, focus on the legs, people. I veered off a little bit, but focus on the legs. That's new territory we all need. And speaking of legs, let's talk a little bit about longevity and why you should be training. Most people's training for the prom coming up. Most people's training for the wedding. I told you before, we train for longevity. This is now a lifestyle. This is like food. The thing I don't understand is that when we train, don't you think about the future and how you're going to feel later on rather than how you're feeling at the present time? Yeah, it's good. We're getting a burn. We're getting dressed. We look good in our clothes. But I don't know, for some reason, I always look around the gym and see the older people in here. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be in great shape when I'm older. That's my goal. You should be training to prepare your body for the long run. Strength, mobility, control, and balance. Those are the key essentials to longevity. This week, I want you to add one calisthenic movement to your workout. Pull-ups, push-ups, dips, and don't be afraid. Dive right into it, because in the long run, it's going to help you. And remember, the strongest bodies, they're not built with one tool. You need everything. You need to be well-rounded. I'm talking weights, body weight, movement, and variety. So expand your training and don't be one-dimensional. With that being said, fuel your body, focus your mind, evolve your life, and may your health be balanced and your spirit be high. Stay powerful. This is the Evolved Energy Podcast. Peace and power.